Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to talk about WLST. WLST is basically called as a WebLogic scripting tool. What's the use of WLST is that WLST is used for controlling your WebLogic administration server. As you know, that administration server is the first process in a domain we start, and we would be utilizing administration server for configuring your node manager, managed server deployments, whatever you're supposed to do it within a WebLogic server, you will be actually doing with admin server to start with. And then from there, we just create all these services like we have just seen in the past videos. And then basically we'll build upon on top of the admin server. To configure the administration server, we have seen the configuration file editing in the first development mode where we edited the configuration file. Well, we wanted to change the port number or any kind of a configuration related changes. We edit this file, and that's one way of modifying your administration server's configuration. Another way of modifying or adding these new components to your administration is using your admin console. Admin console works with this context root / console, and that's a deployment as part of the administration default application. Now, using the URL over here, you'll be accessing the admin console through which we will be modifying and influencing your administration server. Now, let's talk about the third method of administration in terms of your WebLogic. The third method is basically your WLST, which is WebLogic scripting tool. We use the WebLogic scripting tool to administer and add or remove items from your WebLogic administration server using this URL. So this is basically an online method of connecting with that particular URL. So while you're using the WLST, we will not be using the protocol HTTP. We'll be using a special protocol called T3, and the same protocol is already started and established with your admin server when you start up the admin server. I'll show that on the logs when the admin server starts up. You will see this protocol also is part of the startup, just like the HTTP and HTTPS protocol, which just did the startup as well. Now, using the same username and password which you used in admin console, you can actually access your WLST as well to connect with your admin server. Now, who and all the WLST can connect with? The WLST can connect either with admin server or node manager. There's just two things it can connect to. We will talk more on the hands-on session. Don't worry, I will show you both the node manager connectivity as well as the admin server connectivity as part of the hands-on video. And there are certain tasks which can be done both while connecting with the admin server and node manager. So whatever the task which you're supposed to do in the admin console, you can actually perform that on the WLST as well. WLST is more recommended way in case if you're using scripting or if you have a repetitive task which requires you to log into the administrative console every single time. You don't really have to do that. You can make a script and you can execute it through WLST. In terms of interactive, non-interactive method, these are two different ways of interacting with your WLST. The ./WLST.sh will enter an interactive method wherein which you will enter into a shell script of your WLST in which you'll be entering a command, and then the WLST will respond to your command. Just like how the Unix shell script works, just like that. An interactive method is offered over here. A non-interactive method, on the other hand, is going to be using a script at the end of your WLST command. Now, whatever the commands which is mentioned as part of the script will be executed when you use this command with the combination of WLST with the script. Now, this is much more recommended in terms of executing a longer process or multiple response, and you can also integrate echo and other kind of explicit method to say what activity has done previously, whether it is a success or a failure. So you can mention that as well as towards this scripting methodology. In terms of operating your WLST, you can operate WLST using offline or online mode. Now, offline mode is more or less preferred for creating your domains and then offline related activities. An online related mode is basically connecting with your WLST with your admin server or your node manager, in which you can actually connect with either of them and work with WLST. Thank you again for watching this video. See you on the next one.